What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts video on the channel. Today, guys, we are going to be covering more from the Kingdom Hearts series character files, which covers your favorite and most beloved characters and worlds from the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Today, we are going to be covering two things, actually, and those things are going to be the very familiar worlds of Twilight Town and Traverse Town. A lot of us remember and have attachment to these worlds from Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, being some of the first original worlds we've been a part of in the Kingdom Hearts series. These stories are very much so on the shorter side, shorter than anything I've covered before, which is why I'll be doing both in one video, and I hope you guys find them entertaining. After this, we'll get back to the character files, not the worlds. There are still some worlds left, more being translated, but the character files are obviously like the bulk of like what we'll be covering regarding this book. So after this video, we'll probably be covering Sora and Kairi's character files, so look forward to that as well. But for now though, let's get right into today's. I present to you Twilight Town story, Dawn Till Dusk. At the usual spot, Pence asked, "Hey, do you know the rumor about the ghost that appears? A haunted train, a haunted mansion? This whole town's haunted," Hayner said to me, fed up. "Yeah, I've heard about it too, the ghost that appears," said Olette in a quiet and worried sounding voice. "No, not that. That ghost in the black coat ended up being a friend of Sora's. We had ice cream together. This time, they're saying it's a legit ghost, that there is a girl in a white one-piece dress walking around town, and if you try to follow her, she just disappears into thin air." I tilted my head. Something about that stuck out to me. A girl in a white one-piece dress. Did that girl have blonde hair by any chance? Yeah, that's right. Maybe you've seen her before? I don't think that girl's a ghost though. Probably. Pence and Olette looked at me, with my arms folded, thinking. For some reason, I get the feeling that I know this girl. It's just a feeling, but it would be nice to sit up on the clock tower and eat some sea salt ice cream together with her someday. Yeah, someday, definitely. The story of Twilight Town, Dawn Till Dusk. Decent short story about Roxas and Namine. The story doesn't really give us much information about really anything. It's a story about Twilight Town, but they hardly talk about Twilight Town, no insight into the daily life there or anything like that. However, I did enjoy the unique dialogue. I'm confused at when this dialogue could be taking place, however, since they seem to have knowledge of Sora at this time, and the guys in black coats? A little weird. Something wants to make me say that this takes place after Kingdom Hearts 3, possibly, since they talk about having ice cream with the guy in the black coat who was a friend of Sora, which is probably Riku, but I don't really know. Anyways, let's move on to Traverse Town's story, A Night of Fate. The town's for people who have no home to return to. It was always nighttime in Traverse Town. It had sparkling neon lights, so it was still pretty bright in town. You could still see stars in the night sky, and they were still pretty. But everyone who lived in this town, they all seemed so sad. I guess it makes sense though, since everyone who arrived in Traverse Town had lost their home worlds to disasters. That just means this town exists in the realm between. When we defeated Ansem, this town disappeared, and all the people who lived here were returned to their original worlds. But where did Traverse Town end up after it disappeared? Sometimes I would dream about visiting, but it would feel so nostalgic. I wonder if that's just because the town was filled with the thoughts and feelings of so many people. It's where I met Dawn and Goofy, it's where I met Leon and the others, but now I can never go back to visit. That makes it feel so lonely. I mean, it was the first world I ever visited outside of Destiny Islands, you know? I visited it again as a dream world. Joshua said it was a world he'd built from his dreams. In that case, then I guess it was a different town than the one I first visited. But even so, in some ways, it felt so familiar. I really wish I could go back there with everyone. Traverse Town story, A Night of Fate. I actually enjoyed this story a lot because I guess I relate to Sora a lot in this story. He's over here talking about how he misses Traverse Town and why, which happens to be the exact reason I miss Traverse Town. It was one of the first places we met Dawn and Goofy, the first place we met Leon and the others, and was our big introduction into the world of, well, Kingdom Hearts. Was the first world we also visited outside of Destiny Islands. So there's just so many reasons to be nostalgic over this world and want to go back back to it. One of the reasons I actually love Dream Drop Distance so much is because of how expansive it showed me Traverse Town could be. It was part of a dream world, but they did such a good job adding the dream aesthetic to the world while also still making it feel like the Traverse Town we've come to know and love. I really do hope we can return to the world someday, which actually seems pretty likely based off my last video, so hopefully we get to see more from this world in the future. Anyways though, I told you guys these stories were short, but that's going to about do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of all of this. Would you like to see these worlds again in the future? What are some of your favorite memories of these worlds? Let me know all of that down below. However, if you enjoyed today's video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. The next few character files are going to be pretty bulky from what I've read so far of them. Next, we're going to be covering Sora and Kairi's character files. So just to give you guys a little sneak peek, let you guys know what's coming up in the future. We also have some other videos planned as well, so keep an eye out on the channel. I've also been trying to stay consistent with live streaming recently. I'm getting super close to beating all of the data battles on level 1 critical mode, so if you want to go ahead and see me do that and Yzora, then make sure to have those notifications on so you get notified whenever I go live. I usually go live around 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern. Around like every other day, that's when I try to live stream at least. But you can also join my Discord server or follow me on Twitter to have updates on when I plan on going live or if I'm going live today at all. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.